Hey guys, HTG Brian here, and big time thanks to WB for flying me out to Gamescom to check out the new LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. In this video, we check out the Ace Chemical story level. Due to some time constraints, some parts have been slightly sped up and or removed, and that being said, let's jump into a cutscene to get started.
Hey, free!
What?
Bring it in, boys.
Down!
Get off me!
Hey, where you been? The other 3 shipments arrived hours ago.
3 more shipments.
We had some trouble. We're here now, ain't we?
Get moving.
We need to analyze all 3 bears. Find out what Red Hood 1 is cooking.
I'll give you 2 to 1 it's not porridge.
Hey, whoa!
Secure the area, boys. Make sure we ain't got no unwanted visitors.
If cops were meant to fly, then they'd have been born with...
Detective. Let's go find those bears. Lucius, I'm gonna analyze 3 more chemicals. Can you tell me what they make when mixed with the sample I brought you earlier?
Alright, time to fight some crime. As previously mentioned, we have minimized some of the fight scenes and mishaps to help slim down the video time, and I've even sped up some of the gameplay ever so slightly. But don't worry, all essential parts of the level are still here, including some of the collectibles we find, and even a purple stud, which seems to be much rarer than previous LEGO games. Alright, in this section of the level, we need to find and analyze 3 cargo containers for teddy bears, which looks like we just found the first one. Once we find each one, a small puzzle needs to be solved to properly analyze the bear. The puzzles are pretty simple, tasking you to match the molecule icons. Simply rotate the elements, as we are trying to do here, and match with the shapes shown below. It took me a second to see the matches, but was easy once I figured it out. And wait for it. Booyakashow! 1 down and 2 more to go.
That's the first chemical identified. Let's find the other 2.
You got it.
All right, you heard him. On to the next. All right, so this pre-alpha build has been pretty glorious. Despite it being really early in development, it does an excellent job of showing us where to go. And actually, the traversing and the gliding has been pretty top-notch as well. As we get to the next warehouse over here, we're going to actually jump ahead and sort of skip some of the fighting just to kind of clean things up. And like I mentioned previously, we have some time constraints, so we got to make sure we honor those. Pow! Right in the kissa, or whack, I guess is what it says. I love those comic book moments. Pretty sweet stuff. All right, inside, we're going to go ahead and find some more bad guys. And, of course, that next container is in there. We already know that, thanks to the number 2 that guided us over here. Hey, have you guys noticed the enemy awareness? You can see they've got question marks that pop up. And then if they really know we're there, they actually follow it up with an exclamation point. Should also point out that there is a nice little scan tool that we can use to scan the area and sort of identifies not only bad guys, but objects of importance. In this case, we had some cameras and even an explodey barrel. But once we took them all out, we were able to go ahead and pop open the backside of the next container, which revealed another teddy bear. So this puzzle was the same as the first, but instead of analyzing 2 elements, we actually need to analyze 3. Pretty simple stuff, really. However, leave it to me to mess it up, as there are more than just the 3 options, and we need the 3 pieces. Strike 1, Brian. Oh, okay, we got it. Finally. Booyakashow. 2 of 3 done did. And now we got to make our way to the next waypoint marker, which happens to be in the upper left side of the screen. Now, this next one actually requires the use of our second character, which we have not used at all yet. So we'll get all the way up top here, and it actually does take me a second to figure this one out. So rather than have me run around trying to figure this out, we're going to go ahead and jump ahead to the point where I figure out Mr. Gordon. That's right, we need Jim and his glop gun to go ahead and glop up some of these pipes. That actually prevents the toxic ooze from being able to continue. And look at that, we've got our 3rd bear. This one not in a container though, it's actually just chilling. So we'll go ahead and play a quick game of connect the dots, la la la. Sort of anyways. We got 4 items that need to be matched up. There is 2 of the 4. We'll keep spinning to win, and that one looks familiar there. Okay, we got 3, and next up we've got 4. All right, done did. So this next portion of the video is kind of wonky because, well, the sounds from Lucius are actually not coming through the speakers or the headset. It's actually coming through the speaker on the controller. So although we see some text and we don't hear his voice, that is why. So check this out. Ground pound for the win. Superhero landing. All right. They clearly were alerted as soon as we landed. And we'll go ahead and get our fight on. Cha, 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 cha. And after a quick battle there, we'll go ahead and fast forward and find ourselves following another waypoint marker here, which is up the stairs and around into the building itself. So we'll go ahead and smash and find a little, I guess it's a little cubby hole to go ahead and enter the factory.
Okay, boys, quick as you like. Time to put the plan into action.
There's a plan? Yeah, and where'd you want these?
Are you out of your minds? Haven't I gone over this enough times? We take one of these toys and another mixed with one of these. That'll take a while, so here's one I made earlier. Well, what do you know? It really is very effective. We're all out of goons. Red Hood 66! Red Hood 89. We're moving to manufacture. Pencil in a meeting with the mayor. See what price he puts on the people of Gotham. Keep it locked.
Time to break up this picnic.
Nobody's getting past me. Nobody.
Hench person? Come on, he's got to have a better name than that. I know he's one of Red Hood's cronies, but come on now. And speaking of Red Hood, how can he see through that thing? That's kind of crazy. But all right, we got to avoid the charge by dodging, hitting the circle button, and then we get in the old business here. Cha, 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 cha. We'll go ahead and repeat this process over and over again. And look at that. Even Jim's glob gun does a pretty good job of, distracting, I guess we'll call it. And of course, after a bunch of repetitiveness that we have removed, we'll go ahead and jump back into the final stages of the fight, which once we take him down, he actually drops a key, which we can swoop up. And, more on that here in a hot second.
He's dropped the key for the elevator. Come on.
Remember, Red Hoods, we are Gotham's new resident criminal masterminds. So that means there can be no mistakes and no accidents. Understood?
Whoa! We ain't certified to be driving these things, you know.
So much for those henchmen driving the forklifts. Glad that it was them and not us, because that sewage does not look very accommodating. Whoa, watch that next step. It's a doozy. Speaking of doozy, we got to find a way to get across this giant gap, which is going to require both a grapple and some gloppage. So we'll go ahead and find a way to get over to the old grapple gun here, which takes me a second. And wait for it. We got it finally. Locked in sync and pull it. Booyakashow. We got a big pile of bricks, but that's not all of them. We actually have to use the glop gun behind us and stop the pipe from flowing, which actually busts out some more bricks. Now we've got a big pile that we can get our build on. So as you might have guessed, it's going to build some sort of apparatus or device that's going to allow us to, that's right, get some height here. Turns out it's a fan, man. So we'll switch back over to Batman and get our glide on through a bunch of silver stud circles and sneak up behind a couple of unsuspecting hench persons. So again, I can't believe they didn't have a better name for that big guy. You know, like, he clearly hit the gym a lot. He should have a better name than just hench person. Hey, look at that, our first blue stud just kind of hanging out down there. So we'll go ahead and swoop that up along with a few others. Speaking of studs, have you noticed that there is like this bronze or brown looking stud that actually only accounts for one? Now, let's talk about this for a minute. Old Batman being a billionaire, being as rich as he is, come on, what is he doing taking time to pick up pennies? That just doesn't make much sense. But for the first time in a while, they actually have access to some onesies. That's right, instead of multiples. Now, in this particular section, I got a little bit ahead of myself and rushed through. I probably should have scoured the area a little bit better on the left-hand side. There was probably an ace card or something, which we'll find at least one of those by the end of the video. But there's also some Bruce Wayne tech caches. So to be completely honest with you, the playtest area was really hot. I was borderline passing out, so I was kind of just in a hurry to get through the level and see what was next. I had no idea how long it was going to be. We were told roughly an hour, and I got about 45 minutes of gameplay total, so all in all, it was totally worth it. Didn't pass out, but I do kind of regret not searching the area a little bit more. As a guide writer and a collectible helper, I do feel like I should have done a little bit more due diligence on these levels. All right, we've got a scan going here as we sneak through into the next area, and as it turns out, we've got a little explodey barrel down there. Let's see if we can get any of them with a booyakashow. Look at all those question marks, though. We sort of tipped ourselves out, and oh, look at that. I love the old drop-in, like WWE moves. And look at that, we got a vent we can go ahead and sneak under and make our way kind of over to the far side of the area, which, look at that, there's a Wayne Tech cache. We were just talking about those, weren't we? All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and bust it open. It's my understanding we'll have to take these back to the Bat Cave and interact with Batmite, perhaps? That's what the rumors are anyways. I should probably try to confirm that before I speak too much of it. But, all right, glop gun to seal up the pipe, giving us access up top. We can go ahead and jump and glide down, sneaking on over to another unsuspecting foe. And booyakashow, he is done did. Now we've got this door here. We've just been following the old waypoint markers, and we'll go ahead and bust it open.
This is so much fun. This stuff stings way less than I expected. This is a very sweet snack and food.
That's the mixing room up ahead.
So we go in and shut down the mixing machine.
I learned about their plan the same time you did, Jim. There hasn't really been much time for detailed planning.
Yeah, sure, that's a fair point.
There's the machine. Let's do this.
We're not moving fast enough. I'm sending new parts for the mixing machine. Install them and increase production.
All right, more henchpersons. Now, as it turns out, there was a bunch of little guys and one big guy, too, but we'd made mincemeat out of all of them. As you can see here, he had a nice little finishing him move. And up come some new items. What are we going to do with these? Well, you know the old method. When in doubt, smash about. So we'll go ahead and do that. And as it turns out, these are going to provide us some bouncing bricks that we can build into a new device, which happens to be some sort of a laser beam or gun that we can go ahead and zap the portal up there. Well, there sure is a lot of bricks here. It does make me wonder, too, with the red bricks being back in play and not knowing what they're going to provide for extras, like stud multipliers or maybe quick build or fast build. You know, that might be. We're building pretty fast already, so I'd be curious to see if it actually ups it anymore. But let's go ahead and use the grapple and pop the cork and see what's in store.
Nice outfit. Sometimes if you draw a bad hand, you're just gonna burn the deck. Burn, baby, burn!
We need to stop him before he sends this whole facility into meltdown.
Agreed.
Hold on. This place is falling apart.
He wants to bring this whole place down. We have to stop him.
All right, Jim's turn one more time to use that glop gun to put out some fire. And as we continue to follow the Red Hood up, oh, look at that. We've got our first purple Studsy. Turns out you can go ahead and slip down into the vent and booyakashow up into the secret area to collect our first, that's right, first purple stud. So we found pretty much all of them. We've got the bronze, the silver, the gold. We even found a blue and now a purple too. So surprise, buddy. All right, we'll go ahead and follow Red Hood up the stairs. I'm still looking for some more collectibles and items, and I think we're actually getting pretty close to the next one, which, oh, look at that. We got a grapple gun, too. I actually, I'm not sure I was aware of that until this point in the game. It turns out we'll get our float on, glide across the gap here. We've got one more. And once we get all the way to the end, we've got some more bricks to build up. As you can see, like I said, the longer you build, the faster they go. So I wonder if fast build will be a red brick item or what they will be. I mean, I have no idea. We know that they're in the game. Sadly, I did not look around enough to find one. However, a couple of the other creators that were there with me, I know Rugged Eagle was one of them, actually found the red brick for this level, and what it did was left to be a mystery. So how many there are and what they do is still up for grabs. We'll find out hopefully sooner than later. All right, dropping down on the bad guys, we take out a few more, make our way around the corner. Sneak attack! I love the R1s. They certainly do a little bit extra, as you can see. Whack! And now we're going to go ahead and put out some more fire and collect another high-valued stud here. So the glove gun has multiple uses, clog pipes or put out fires, which is pretty handy. Looks like there's a few more on the right side here, and looks like a unstable wheel up above us to the left. So I'll switch on over to Batman, hit it with the grapple, and we are out of here.
You! I have a little something for you. Just a minute. Please just bear with me. It's, no, not that. That's for later. It's in here somewhere. Ooh.
All right, time to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. That's right, 4 rockets coming at us, courtesy of the Red Hood. If we can avoid all 4 of these, he's going to try to play that cheat mode and drop the whole building on us. But luckily for us, it does not work out in his favor. So you can see we've got, looks like 3 of the 4 rockets dodged. And here comes the 4th, taking us into a quick little cutscene.
But I gotta run.
We can't let him get away.
All right, time to switch on over to Jim here and use his glob gun yet again. Put out some fire here and allow us into the next room where, for a brief second there, you could see Red Hood running up on the high left side and his henchmen take the lift on out of here. Now we'll go ahead and take the cues from the Batman on the screen. It says, I just need to find a way to line up my shot. As it turns out, there is a switch on the right side behind some glass and behind some boxes there. And the glass is even broken, sort of indicating where we need to go, but it's not immediately obvious, at least to these eyes. So I take a quick peek up there and I wait a minute, there it is. We'll go ahead and smack it. I'm sure you could have probably used a batarang as well. It drops the old lift down, and time for us to use our grapple to get up on out of here. Go ahead and jump up, and there we go. Hit that L1 to get up there, and up top we go. So quick little edit there, and as it turns out, I find myself up on this high-rise here, and I'm not a big fan of the heights, as you guys probably know. Historically in streams and stuff, I've had the old puke sound quite a bit, and it's no different here today, but we'll put out some fire with Jim and get our glide on to the next little spot over here, following the stud trail. And yet again, we're going to need Jim. Oh, psych, we could go ahead and run right by it. Look at these guys. They don't know what to do. Oh, R1 noogie time. Did you see that? I literally gave him a noogie. Oh, wrong guy, Batman. All right, turns out you can take down your friends as well as the foes. We'll hit the old grapple plug up top and drop some water to put out the fire. I'm sure Jim's glob gun could have done the same. Ooh, look at this, a stud trail going up high left. What is in store for us? It's another grapple plug, so we'll go ahead and pop that. Inside, we're going to find ourselves another Wayne Tech case here. Look at that. We'll go ahead and pop it open and see what we can find. Now, as it turns out, there are 5 of these in this particular level. As you can see, 2 of the 5 for the Red Hood gang. And there is also 5 ace cards. Now, there's also another icon, which I'm kind of assuming might be the red brick, but I have not confirmed that yet. So we'll go ahead and continue to follow the Red Hood, and he's up to no good, shooting more rockets at us. And we find this little stash spot here, and back in the corner we find the first of 5 ace cards. So collectible-wise, no mini kits are found, at least in this build of the game. And as it turns out, it looks like instead of 10 mini kits, we got 5 Wayne Tech caches and 5 ace cards. That's kind of what it's looking like. So once we know that's confirmed for sure, we'll let you guys know. But for now, that's what it appears. So Using Jim's gun one more time, we'll hop up on this newly provided little platform there. And of course, things drop down on top of us, and we'll follow up the tube. And inside, we've got another grapple point. So we'll go ahead and switch on over to Batman. Pop this cork, which happens to be probably the last one for this level. And now we've got some goo. Oh no! Let's go ahead and put that out. Thank you very much, Jim. And down into the final battle area where we got a whole bunch of bad guys that we erratied, but instead of making you watch all that, we go ahead and edit it out. So, booyaka shout, done did. And now for a quick message from Red Hood.
Nice try, but it's game over.
Ironic much? He tried to take us out, but instead he ended up giving us a ramp to pursue him. Now, up top, we got another one of those tasks that requires both characters, so we're going to holler at Jim, say, get over here, Jim. And look at that. Boom. He shows up on point, and we'll go ahead and spam, 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 which takes us into another cutscene. So let's go ahead and check it out.
Well, it's time to retire. Feel free to drop in.
All right, after this quick little chase sequence, there is a final cutscene, which we have removed a little bit of a spoiler for you. So there will be a big surprise when you finally get your hands on the game.
Look! Over there! It's a bat! What are you, nuts? It's a man!
That is just a trick of the light. Break up the specialist hardware.
And that's it. Look at that. Final totals. We got +1 skill brick, interesting, and a couple new suits, the Golden Age and the Costume Party. So, hey guys, don't forget to click that like button down below. Check us out on social media. HappyThumbsGaming.com is available as well. Make sure you drop some comments and let me know what you think and how excited you are for Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. But that's going to do it for me, guys. As always, until next time, see ya.